I have here an OTT deck profile, and we start off with the rabbit, because when you play me, you're going into a rabbit's hole. After that, we move on to grade 3s. I play 3 CEO Amaterasu. You definitely want to ride her first. You can actually sit on her for a little bit, because she has that counterblast, and she's good, You see cards, what you want to do in this deck. After that, we move on to 4 Imperial Daughter. If you ride over a grade 3, you get that crit plus 15. Also, she has that secondary skill you use once per turn. Soul Blast one out, and you give a unit plus 600. Awesome skill. And finally, to round out grade 3s, we have the 2 Victorious Deer. Wins your games, Soul Blast 2 out, discard a card, gives you units plus 10. And you play 2 of that. After that, we move on to grade 2s. For grade 2s, you play 4 Promised Daughter. You get the 4 cards, you get the plus 600, and it can't be touched by your opponent's card effects. This card really helps you. That plus 6 is really good. You hit numbers, which is awesome. For her, after that, you play 4 of this witch right here, and you start seeing your deck, you start scrying, you start, seeing triggers, cards that you need to your hand, and you keep it on top, and you play 4 of her. You definitely need 4 of that. Good card. After this, you finish it off with this. I play it because if you start messing up, you don't see the cards you need. You counterblast, you draw a card, and then you still get the chance to look at top card of your deck and put it on top and bottom, as long as your Vanguard's grade 3. You can also substitute it for another grade 2. I'll show you, and then we're going to move on to the grade 1s. People play this card now. You get your built-in crit and plus 10, and you stack triggers on it. It's another way of playing it. That's the other way I play it. This is also a really good card, though. For a grade 1 lineup, we play this for the Circle Magus. You want to ride this first, because if you take damage, you get the draw card, counterblast. Also, if you reveal drive check a grade 2 or greater, you actually can put it on the bottom and draw a card. So, also helps your hand out. I really like it, After that, you play 4 of this Magus. Again, you place it down from your hand, look at the top card of your deck, start stacking triggers, whatever you need to do. You really want to see this card. I play 4 of it. After that, we play 3 of the baby. I don't have to play this. I play it because I want to make sure, if I'm at 3 damage, I can put it into my soul and counter charge. You still need the ability to counter charge. But, yeah, 3 of the Gemini. After that, round out the grade 1s. The Luck Bird. Soul Blast 2 out. Gonna have some soul. Plus 6 on that, that Soul Blast 2 out. And you draw a card. So after you're stacking cards, maybe you see a grade 3 that you need, from one of those witches. And you draw it instead of, not getting a trigger. So, good way of getting, resources in your hand. After that, we're going to do triggers, and then that's really it. After that, the trigger lineup's pretty easy. 4 crit right here. This guy. Love seeing him come out. After that, you got the Psychic Bird. So 8 crit. 8 crit total. You want to see your crits, because that's how you win the game, man. Crits are good, and you could really set up seeing a crit almost every time in your drive check, man. So 8 crit. After that, I play the draw perfect guard. I don't play the grade 1. It's a good way to getting around some of the card restrictions, and you get your draw, so you get more cards in your hand, and it's really good. 4 draw, perfect guards. And of course, I like to heal. I love when I get to see a heal on top of my deck, and I'm like, all right, maybe I'll go, from 2 to 1. And then your opponent goes to 3, and you're still at 1. So, 4 heals. What I really love about this deck is that you can manipulate it to seeing what cards you need, what drive checks you want, what cards you need to get your hand. And if you sit there and really think out, you can really get a lot of love out of this deck. And I can't wait for the new stuff to come out with the trial deck and the extra boost or whatever it is. And like I said, you can put this card in, try it out. It's another way of playing it, add a couple of draws to it, play with those 10 cards, and you probably can get over other decks. But the whole standard, seeing the top card of your deck, checking your cards right there, seeing cards like this, using cards like that, that's what I really like about OTT, and that's really it. I know it's a little late, but this is my OTT deck, and I hope it helps. Thanks, guys. All right, bye.